Hi there again, this is Sten from the Dutch blog, and today I'm going to talk about another set of Tweeklanken. We talked about in the first two videos, we talked about ones that start with A, then we went to the I, which also included I, and the I that starts with an E, the lange and korte I, they're pretty similar. Check out that video for this though. And today we're going to talk about the other ones that starts with an E. I will also talk about ui, because it's the only one that starts with a U, so it's a little different, but also because it's kind of related to o. We'll get to that in a second. So we start off with ew, alright? So this one. And just like with ew that we had last week, you can see that there is a W at the end. Because the W is always following ew, but it's not part of the Tweeklank itself, which is A and U. So how do we get there? Well, we connect the A and A, A, E, and then glide it. Ew, ew, ew. That's how you get there. And the great thing to practice this is the word eeuw itself. It means century or age. So for example, the Gouden Eeuw, which was a very prosperous time in the Netherlands, was the Golden Age. Gouden Eeuw. There you go. Other words are geeuwen, to yawn, or meeuw, you know, a pigeon, a seagull. Moving on. So is the next one. Is pretty common. So you find in words like geur, which means smell, beuren, which means to lift something, or Europa, which is the Dutch word for Europe. Now the interesting thing is these are all O's that start before the R. If you have another one like reus or neus, then you might hear neus, geur. It sounds different. How you get to it is that you combine the and the So you have glide it, and then because it sounds like the like you need to kind of just get there with an right? Make it one sound, and it is actually right? So like a nose, reus, Before an R, it just changes. It becomes a bit longer, and you get a different emphasis. So with with normally, there's more like an emphasis on the U. It's like the the U, the in ui, which we'll get to after this. They're this kind of related. And in the geuren, beuren, etc., the emphasis is much more on the E. You know, it's much more on the beginning of the O. So you have geur, it's a longer O, and it's not that you know, it doesn't have the conundrum thingy in it. My colleague Caroli, she wrote a great post about it. So that's the it's pretty simple. And let's move on to the which is already talked about now. It's right there. It's pretty simple to remember because just means onion, so it has an actual meaning. Plural is uien, onions. And it's also in a lot of words. For example, bui, buiten, sluiten, or also one that's also difficult to pronounce in English, owl, it's earl. Yeah. So how do you get to the ui? It's pretty straightforward too. You have the e. Then if you combine that, glide that, you get But because comes from below, but you will kind of want to, you know, make it a round sound, so you kind of start up top, so it's like So because you know, it's like that you start high normally when you say a word, you know. So if I say uien, that's how I normally say it. If I reverse it, it sounds like this. And there you go. So you see that, you know, you start normally high and you go lower. So that's also what you do when you say ui. You don't go you say ui. So that's how you get to the ui. It's practice. But with all of these, it's again, you know, you just have to do it. You just have to figure it out because they're important and there's no Dutch without them. So get your Tweeklanken right. But that's what I do the series for. If you found this helpful, then please give it a like, maybe subscribe to the channel, and then you get more of these videos. Also do check out the other two videos which are right here next to me somewhere. And I will see you next week for I think it's the last one already, with the O's. Yeah. See you until then.